don't have a microphone. Um, my microphone causes, I think it's my microphone card that's causing it to come from. I am my show right now. This, this show, my show, and I have something special, um, primarily for the benefit of the fact that I haven't been on here in a while, and I've been doing quite a bit with my um, this other show. I haven't been doing a lot to new channel initiative goals that selected. I read to the educators today. Um, I did do a short, brief show today for children. Now, I wanted to speak to the educators today because today was the day that we were supposed to vote on the Common Core STEM according to status in the way of Indiana. And a lot of information to give you and tonight and that, so I access all. I'll try to add most of it. Indiana was a state that actually had that was voted. They would let the force come do, but other and say that others has download as well. I and of course that. Now here's what about common standards. Indicators were to train the students and get them for common, so they're ready from a percent of money. That's money in the working state. From a percent as a better educator that benefits the math and core. That was, I think, one of the first one we wanted to push. It talked about them for a second. When we would improve the standard math, I wanted to say that where I'm problematic that we of course come just we add something grand him for them and he comes to our parting them and gets all this to shelter in a classroom and this time we're not only getting a only the class shelter in the classroom but they as well could be sheltered and given time to learn their culture. Now, I like to say for the record that African Americans are not immigrants to this country, but we are like truly are immigrants. Our native language, our culture has ever been reiterated. None other than the 1 month we get a year to learn about Black History Month, and that's in the shortest month out of the year, and that's February. And also with requirements for those particular to just honor. Now, the problem that I have is about we talk about bilingual because it's a second language. We're speaking of some aliens who are not even citizens of this United States of America. Yet we have African Americans who their second language they English is not the citizen language first, and I don't know what you can just the same thing because it's come here to the country they allow them to pick up and try to have never been given an official opportunity to have their language and native tongue as their first language. So in other words, when we put together this English as a second language, it should have also included African Americans for their population too. It should give it opportunity to learn from the Africans that have taught over thousands of different cultures and different languages in Africa. It's only proper to realize that if African Americans were creating their own language and regular code as Ebonics, that's we were accepted out as an English with our first language. So there must be somewhere in the maintain our second language, and we should be encouraged, and it should be reinforced that we should have a second language. Now, here's where I stand on that situation. I feel that the African Americans have always been given all this idea. We told just catch up. And we've been we've been in this country. And it's high tale that the education system be conducive to our children not failing behind. The Africans believe when you all start together, then you finish together. African Americans here in America, we have are never the word. It's always come at the tail end of everything. And just I thought this English as a second language would give our children a chance to learn their culture, in addition to learning various different languages, which would give them a greater hope for being able to become literate and literate, their literary reading and know to their right, but unfortunately including immigrants and giving them all the beneficial rights in these sheltered classes. And just, I don't know what shelter means. And a African American advocacy probably just not in the area of the second language. No, I have on it what goes on shelters. To get a chance to internship here in Indiana, and I wish what goes to those classes. And by that, I say our death shelter. They're not a quota capacity. It's probably 15 students to one, two, and an each. These multi-numbers, like they are just like a certain amount of environment for you. Therefore, to the oldest to help teach the one, and you're trained and give them on and have them in regular homework. It's how classroom taught at the old three different grades together. Children will those other up. I found it not true because we control don't leave anybody behind, but what they learn, they pass to the next on to the young. So then I guess the thing that I've had a child when I use them. So what about organization on this? And can you use a problem for two? Might be in some of the older. No, when you get at a level of kindergarten, first, and second, those children are primarily doing the same thing. And they're in the same group. You might see that our parents more much money than the other children. I don't love it. Most of ours are in them the same type of socialization. Now, we'll also say this, that this is our chance, African American, and I plead with you, please stand up and say something, because right now we have an opportunity to interact with our culture and our cultures, our heritage, so that it's shelter industries are situations. That's our black children, because they're Hispanic in our country, and they've left their country, and they have gotten the wrong treatment of going into these sheltered classrooms, having their culture taught to them. They speak the language, and I know and they're meeting citizens, and they're not even mothers and fathers who labor in the union or in the factory Lions and the African Americans did, who are getting second-class education. Most of our children are black, African American, are given an inferior education. All of our funding that succeed their restoration special ed. Special ed is used what it is. Special is degraded and is lower than. So they're not challenged in getting equal education as everyone else. As a matter of fact, their classroom in a sheltered environment, but they're on such a low level that it them keeping it from being able to be at the regular age group or same age material as other students are. So they're behind, and they personally and intentionally leave them behind, put them in inferior material. Sometimes the repetition of the limit is committed, maybe instead of two, instead of five, the last one, unity, and other children are receiving in masses, and at the same time, they're not challenged, and they're bored. And their IEPs sometimes are not written by them, they're boilerplate, written by someone else. So they can't really, the challenge shows that the goal is to help themselves. I've been an advocate for over 20 years, special area of special education. I worked in a special education setting, so I know what I'm talking about. And I also spent a semester going back to school for postgraduate in special education. And so I had an opportunity to understand the laws and law. I was in Madison, Wisconsin, especially I'm a special in the area of DA laws. So I learned before and the 412 and the IDA and the 457. Title Title 5 for families and my position they commit us to teachers training laws. So a law no one about talking is had who and special and kind of the type the three where you have the lead behind it and most of your English second language are involved. Those two right are mostly Hispanic and immigrant. I say Americans should be like immigrant well. Give them the give class, to them give the opportunity. I have them not place able. Now like Hispanic, they down without the shelter for labor might be a place but they have to legal setting. They only stay in those settings 1 year. I've understood. Then they correct. This is ready. Here they come. White African American and also build in those classes. Take them and help us special laws. As a matter of fact, and do away with special ed. And I mean, not for any good that is done over the 30 some odd years I've been in the education system. I've seen it when they've had inclusion. I've seen it when they had pull-out programs, and I've had teachers and special ed teachers to when we work with individual division where they could as expect do when they had an opportunity where they floated around the room. Their jobs became glorified assistants. And adapting curriculum was a thing that they didn't have a and I could see the idea that they were very acting or adapters and going the two plan lessons directing with your for a teacher to add to all this adaptation and advance and have projects ready for those special needs children so they can move right along with the regular ed classroom. And you know, and I large a number of these divided time have been children African male. And last week, I worked everywhere there was in the ed special to put the word number of black males. I participated in an actual investigation of black males in the area of the northwest suburb of Illinois, where they were over black settlers and placing them there in primarily becoming work husbands, black males in their house. They were declined, so they placed them in special areas. Mothers and fathers took odds for this, and they brought in an investigator, and they brought a suit, and there was a settlement. So, saying is that this new common clue standard, of course, in American actors, you need to learn to be to problem is probably something that maybe people feel because we will more the low minimum standards along high standards. And that's why everybody is cringing because they're running and trying to catch up and stay up with the minimum. Now you're going to move the standards up higher. Now that's a lot of that's what the same people more and that's for their work of the term, but that means it's stand. Now what is it different it made you rush to create standards? Wouldn't it be better to have a 90-day block or have a child to stay and rest on a subject for 90 days and teach to the level of comprehension for him teach to match so that every child as he's not interested information move before they move on. And it's visited after his 90 days. That's the way most of your gifted and talented schools function. And that's how you create learners. You do not create master learners by giving them a breadth of knowledge. You must give them a depth of knowledge. And in depth of knowledge, they visit that area such as this. And then when you visit, you find that there are very few things that they have forgotten. We teach it, and usually a bunch of things that are in depth. Knowledge, learn it, and decide, and then more use them. Education for you, and you get whereas educable, click practice, apply, you can actually use money, and home, and from here, and then apply it. So children take education. Store. We throw textbooks, we throw material, use things where everything is the end stage. We're using it for years of time. They know that they see you as a text over a year. Every just this year, last year you did this on it out. So because just favorite a sale company or fly one of that, we wait up this year's and the way terrible in the schools. I've seen African schools in the South who function with very little and get moved up, and they use everything they have. You've asked of our black all to do this, all we've been functioning deficit. And those met and we met those guidelines, the strategic strategies we use for getting our children at grade level are sometimes non-traditional, but you will not accept things that have not been tested, that have not been assessed, tested, and to the lab done. Sometimes we need times is not to use this non-things for class and the African social to America do it. All do not be always successfully tested material. Now I want to say this. I think diction and grammar and mechanics is all important for African Americans. English is by far one of the ability is one of my most are the things that African Americans master. Yes, they loquacious and they speak and talk a lot, but they have a lot to say. And when properly taught, utilize English language, how to interpret it and how to applicable in the narrative and in the goals and memory and right getting being to be fun, more connected to them, and to the ideas that are reviewing. So when I ask them to write paragraphs with the testing, they're not writing fragmented sentences and pieces, they're writing fluent sentences. Because they're using this right fluently off the day. Writing should write across the curriculum, across the curriculum, and say that in everything you do, writing, and music. You're teaching math through your music. You're getting your geometry, note counting. You're getting your fractions. You're getting your decimals. You're getting your percentages in your math from your music. But most of the American African law have their off from music program. They have a way with the art. Right-sided learners start off in the elementary. That's why you see children to learn when they're at the elementary level. Because that right side of their brain is functioning. And they're out learning. Up till the top end, they go to primary grade. And that's the process you come back and say, that is what the fourth grade syndrome of failure. That's when we quickly flip the curriculum into the logical side brain learning. And the child begins to have a disassociation with education. No longer existed, it begins to lose in the lesson. My position I'm not looking at the right brain learner, or left sided, but a whole brain learner. So we teach our children to be whole brain learners. Do that. When they have to pick up on logical things, they will find that they're frustrated. They will be intrigued with it, and they will find time to use them to use it. With creative stuff. It's very vital that we should think this thing out, because I'm going to be stuck with this Common Core for the next century. What we're doing is making people think that everywhere you go, you consider you're doing the same thing. Let's think of things. As you move, because your Highland, please into it. Then all of you saying doing this. That's not a utopia. When you go to their schools, doing all are doing different things with a map. If you want more specific map, and with the map and what you want that particular text, the material is lost within that map. You do have to have it like a board, like plate. Looks the same, everybody, everything of the fox, the same, looks like it's been crap, and it's a dust. That's your education. Education creates and children's ability to fluent and have their own again now dues to be from their perspective. So you get a duality and unique about the school every day. Even though he might not be in members at the desk, you're in the time desk, and the time to message that covered all the conscious information. The rest running, make sure everybody, every time they're going about 4 cycles, and we gotta back up and get on the 4 cycles. You've seen Head Start taught like that. It drives me crazy. to go every classroom, get them, all the same, understand their number, say all things, say over again. I mean, it's really crazy. Because what happens when you have active children, very, very intelligent children that go rapidly, you're supposed to drag them along, slow it down, because you want to stay in that same character, because all of the other rules are on those after that. No, you do that. Teach like you do not that. Teach that. You have to accelerate the children. They go rapidly and go advance even. And when you do a 90-day block, you have all time to teach a certain subject. And you can actually go from the rear end up, go from the beginning to the rear end. It doesn't matter. That's the creativity, and you're tuning you own. Class take you can know something. You're not walking around like rubber stuff where everybody is smelling the same with the same fragrance. In having your own clever ability to be a spiritual being, and in essence, you would control your own essence. You would actually have genuine things about you that nobody else has or does. So why would you want every teacher to look the same and smell the same? And children come out like Pillsbury Doughboy every week, walking around with the brown belly. Showing that. Come on. You got to carry yourself and let us do it now. We let the Jewish people do it. We've let the English people do it. We've let the German people do it. We've let everybody run the education system but the African American. Let it now. It's so much we should do. We can more in our possibilities to compete something, teach something fast enough. You can let you out. You got all the details, all the specific indication, and the child comes out. You have too much information. Let the child create something on his own. Give him a ball of symbol and ask him to create. Don't go and take one step, five goes to the right step, and right step, and take those two to the right. No, back. No, give him the go clay and say, create something for me, son. Whatever you do, it can't be wrong. Own originality. But we can't even get it together for nothing. Black folks, you sit in those classes and you listen to the people who stand up and plug their ear. That wouldn't come in again. You never say anything. You go right along with it. You go into the sessions. You guys know the answer, but take to say something because you can't have to dominate them. You people cannot let it collapse into their heads. That's what it's that comes with us. We've let it collapse hilarious. You found it and then put a blind in the position and still just failing. You fell in love by God. You fell out before he if the educators misspelled to the black people try to fix it. Let us fix it. You know we can fix it. Creators, geniuses, fine. And I didn't have to attack or the work with. You had my minimum assurance that we best and created it. Gave obligated. We committed to one, reach one, teach one. We did that with class. No one behind. Whatever else to learn, put them in groups and the other one. I had to teach back me. If they felt it and to others. A problem here in wishing to teach with test and with mind can always look high. We got the talent, man having that they have to look to you. Now look to your left. One of you will not be going on in the next grade. This is the kind of mentality we have that failure is an option. No, it's not an option. And the whole purpose of holding the school is to make it fun. You're not going to talk to a whole school. I'm here for you. And you would never even do it. That's why I take offense to some professor that wants to give you an F. If you come to classroom on a regular basis and you participated and you ask questions, here's part of your feeling that you step in and say, well, what it will to educated all these children. Sometimes it's a failing teacher who don't give a darn and who out to see how up they are. And then our teacher that not going to the class. That's right. It's going to be, I'm just going to be honest. If a child likes you, respects you, he's going to listen to you and he can learn from you. Because some children make it up in their mind because you're not a good person and they don't like you, that they will learn a thing from you. I had a young lady who was not born an old woman. Still was by the fact by how a teacher treated her. She walked by the dining room table while we were out having dinner on Easter Sunday. And you would think, because this woman was trying to be private, offered an compliment to me. She looked at me and her sober and stupid and he's to and say, how you doing? How's everything going? Good to see you again. She didn't even recognize it or the young lady. And she never once said, I was your English teacher. She walked on in the wind after she gave me a compliment. You know, young lady looked at me and looked at it. She said, she was never a nice person. Never a nice person. She was never nice to me. And others, this young lady still remembers her vile behavior. Out of all these years of being in school, she's now ready to graduate from college and ready to go on and ready to become a medical student. And this teacher didn't even have something in the child that would have genius, genius out of a mile. I don't care how cool he is, I took a genius out. And when I find genius in that thing, I don't care what may have done. People sister school don't care what I mean and the deuce on a genius knowledge. It's because they friendship a kid let up walk genius to build him and treat him, to invite him in. Sometimes they have to take their hand out of the hands of teachers because they have out for families and they're out for certain and they're determined that they are to hurt their child and stumble out. So I do not have the right to roll within their hand of control. So I'm going to acknowledge to you this. One ever that I've never, I just know I've heard their opinion in how with how job has always been. And that will come to say to Miss Stewart, really, and thank you fair to I'll be right. Teach just because you get this, that's to say you don't have a license to destroy you have a license and a license. They are the development in that child. You know you made a child stop it by him and growing. God made him magnet, causing him the moves and cause you could be the crowd being a so I want to we've got a lot to do with training our teachers. Take them off, bring them into the tennis bars, make a deal with them if they can't refuse. Give them an increase and put them up with respect and show them how the best to get better promotion because you have teachers out of church, those who have people been there. I don't know how much academic they have. Because if they're rotten people, they're just going to rub off on some other apples in the barrel. Now, I'm telling you what I know. I could take you guys down, just fail, and take them around. Now, I said I could take anybody else how this is going to around. You know, I've been trying to build the genius out of my youngest son, and I purposely threw into the genius. I pinpoint the time that he was going to come here and ask God to put him here around that particular time. I want to see what God would do if I love patient and God for his instruction. I even took him out of school for a period of time to make sure I had my head when I saw people stagnating him. When I saw him losing interest, when someone had faith in him, or someone mad at him, he wasn't bad and put it back in the movie. So when he had no interest and disconnected him, I immediately pounced on that teacher. I'll disconnect my child and put him back in a corner by himself and not make him a part of the communal group. How dare you? It wasn't that what grade he got a place where I up to she was trying to break him. Like to break a horse. And some teachers are beating these children. And the superintendent needs to check on them. Because if they got an order to give them their writing paper, I don't care that the state has on the floor. I have no papers in the classroom. You can stand out there a whole lot of children. But you better learn to love them before you say it. Because if you love them and you blessing them out, they will stand up to you and buck you in the face and beat you down like you are a grown person. Children are showing you love. They think if God that you will do them, they will do anything for you. I got the reputation that children were doing anything for me. And the only reason they were performing is because they were doing it for me. I have to tell you this. Let children and family first. You tell them that you love them, and you pick them apart, make a group out of them, and make it to your nephews apart. You won't ever have to force them to do anything. But God wants to be more than anything in this world, and He wants to be part of something. If you want to associate Him and the creation in Him, the way real family break them like this, and you curse and disconnect, and the teachers know you, and the two doing it, causing, pray, and surrender. Children. That school me cannot that require grade third grade level. Third grade level. The Africans who were slavery at third grade. What is this? You can't read third grade. Now we're in the third grade level. I had a kid there reading at grade level. And principal asked what we're doing in the classroom. That's what we're reading at fourth level. And then I told him we were reading a so he gave me those sounds when I moved upstairs to grade, looping, and he watched to see if I could do the thing with him. By the majority of the class were reading at second and third level, and the first grade. I say, give the gift to children. This immediately, school and values are bring out the children, all the children. Have a marathon of reading, and don't stop until everybody's reading. First grade, kindergarten, everybody's reading. Everybody's reading. And when they all are reading, then dismiss them into the classroom. Now they're ready to do something. How is it going to put them in the classroom at a desk? They have to stop and they come in first to get to you. You know how headed you take a child when a child is a work side over again. He loses energy. So he loses interest in reading is the first gift you give a child. Most of our teachers don't know how to introduce reading. Most of them don't know anything about phonemic awareness. They don't know anything about the different models, the diagram, the diagram. They don't know anything about the encoding, decoding, slide rules. They know nothing about this because they're trained unless they went off on their own and acquired training on their own. Most of these people don't want to go to school. That's how many of them are going to get hired to read purpose teaching to read. Say, I just keep a teacher. Got to go. Because every child needs to be remediated. They don't go to, I didn't learn how to teach reading. I didn't have to take any reading classes. Well, if you didn't take any reading class, how did you learn how to read? Just a matter of take up the time to find all the goals for work, and then you learn reading to after past the morning to go to the birds, blue jays, and the helicopters. No, let's stop it. There's too much of this going on. Move on. No more reading groups. That's the problem. I had time one of you had a reading had the children knew how children what the one was learn how they entered and could learn all those words out and enunciate. Send them to the board. Every time dictation at the board. When they see the letter and can hear the sound and they're taking dictation, then they take it to the typewriter. All these computers we got kitty up, don't have got any. Use a computer, they can open their alphabets on. So take it to a computer, take it to a typewriter, and let them begin to type, give dictation. That's how they hear oral, hearing, and visually stimulated. So the blackboard is visual. They take patients and it's highlight where they're listening. We've done a good service. We have outlawed too many things in the schools that were good. Okay? Reading time, phonemic awareness, reading groups. We've even taken away our home economics class. And now our children have jobs, and we jobs and why we want. And then a number of industries that we do to introduce children to make the homes make and these animal family station, where they learn how to go, how to mend, and how to button up. And this is what how to use it in there. Nations for all these things. We have the money and we keep wasting our money on the book time and even they can't see. So the by then six and your heart and as they begin to feel really add to them with so much on curriculum. So that's a mouthful. The core is a very high skill. And for people that are already makes the teacher running with the same up with they say now. And more brings us some special teach black in the career using the math. And they task a post and lesson plan parents can challenge them on their child has. That's who it is a parent and not district. District will see in a setting a parent comes in at college, how is going to be. Too big outcome is done into this outcome of sound-based child. And children will be used more often. They can take the best words and portfolio. All of these objective tests need to be done away with. The test period needs to be done away with. Because if we were at school like the micros, city, where they got the K school in the school, and they made the substitute school, where they run their own operation, we would have more efficient to go out into the real world and be prepared. Most of our children are not prepared for the real world. And that's obviously what school is supposed to do. To make them prepare for the real world. But unfortunately, simply make life repair a robot. All they do is listen to things all day and command. They cannot think for themselves and process. Children how to process and how to make decisions and how to come up with ingeniously. Every child is an engineer. Let him use his box to figure things out and be creative. Create stop thinking to my children and stop hand checking these projects that we used to have science fairs where every child could create his own ingenious research. Taking a hypothesis and creating research behind the data. Our children don't understand that higher level of knowledge requires that you start early, and that in a kindergarten level, so they can always do their book reports with higher level knowledge. Let children collect all kinds of products and give presentations and do and their PowerPoint for and plan and do they work together as a team. A lot of what we're doing is boring lecturing. Now I'm going to stop my lecturing now and bring it to an end. But I'm serious. There's something better that we can do rather than breaking the common core standards. What's around using we staff. We have that videos and others that we don't have to spend all these decisions don't want to be incorporated on that. Just don't. Do a better job of taking your existing curriculum and mapping and strategies and using that. What we're going to do, we'll all that mapping and things off the window. When that those people for the Lord, if you don't use to become another I'm good. I do with the school district who using things past 4 and 5 years. You'll just begin to learn how to use the material by the time 30 and 40 around, bring rid of it at 1 2 years, two just like in this money. That's the problem. This way becomes a rich and let's start working and get some. Now can't use that. You can't keep standards. The good in what we have because we have to prove. Let's go back and let's with it and make sure Americans are placing special ed. Let's make sure we start importing kids to put them for ed, especially in their road person. That's what. So as for me, black, I am right to air Martino into the position, and they because those teachers who the middle school right and the with those children. Are you saying because they're so bad genes, you know they're gonna hear? No, I think they're saying it's probably in the front trade will do the hurt or come and the with school and then out. We what was better than we and do that. No longer warehouse special ed, putting all the children in school, not teaching them and then about English as a language. Immigrants who come and whose fathers never worked the day out and never slaved over those railroad tracks. And African Americans have built this country and this country. We have never given reparation. Now we get that deal on our education to the point where our parents are affected with the education system. To me, they're special ed and they're not getting a fair shake at education. And I don't blame them if they would start their own home schools or possibly even cater to some of these private schools. Now, if we had enough over to charge and doing other anything to stand out and educate better everything that you're doing, then we're doing no service to the family of the child. It's vital that you should hear what I'm saying today. Common Core they made a vote today to determine if it's a final decision. I think this is the big line for them to make the decision of whether or not Common Core not follow. So if it goes in there, then now who's that means with that? Then we're gonna have to pay in $1 million for the train all these teachers. That will work for me. Maybe I can get some more consulting jobs and go in the district and train on Common Core. That is what they voted in. Now there's many other states that are against it. I think Virginia's against them. One of them want to stand one of the days. So all again voted against it. And I know that we have to get up to the point to realize that we got to be consistent. That doesn't mean we all have to look alike. No, we don't. And Caucasian, I'm telling you, black folks don't all dress alike, and they don't all try to come out in the same body code. It's not necessary not all of us alike. Look, it is necessary for us. Somebody else should come in and create being able to write a laboratory, being able to write a paragraph, a narrative, a short story, those kind of things. But all of this, diddle, everybody's going to look like a diddle and a question mark. So I need to thank you for listening to Maddie Hemmington as you saw this on Twisted segment. So thank you very much. And we will be tuning in later. Another educational fact coming from yours truly from the Care to Read room. Thank you.